Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very special treat for you today. I've been anticipating this day for a long time. We've got Ronnie Coleman, the king of bodybuilding, in the house today. He's out here for the Filex in Australia. Ronnie, welcome to Australia.
Oh, glad to be here.
It's great to have you here, mate. Listen, I want to let the viewers know a little bit about your background before we talk about your bodybuilding achievements and your new supplement line as well.
Okay.
Firstly, tell us, where did you grow up and did you have many siblings?
Yeah, I grew up in a small town in Louisiana called Bastrop, Louisiana. It's right close to Monroe. People heard of that. And then Monroe is kind of close to Shreveport, another big city in Louisiana. I had about, 3 sisters and one brother, basically.
3 sisters and 1 brother. Mm-hmm. Okay, fantastic. And your folks, what did your father do? Did you learn this fantastic work ethic that you displayed through your bodybuilding and your business? Did you learn that from your parents or did you have any mentors?
No.
No?
Most of everything I learned, I kind of learned on my own. My mom basically was just a regular worker. Actually, she was just a laborer. Basically,
Sure.
She worked at a place called Jordache where they made jeans and stuff like that.
Okay.
My father really, he just had a regular job. He worked at the paper mill, just doing labor work too. So
Sure.
They really didn't have any influences in what I did. Basically, I kind of grew up on my own and did my own thing.
Sure, okay. Now at school, you went through schooling. To what level did you go through schooling?
Well, I got a college degree. I got a Bachelor of Science degree, 4-year degree in accounting. I graduated with honors there. I was real studious. I played football for 4 years there, but I didn't go on a football scholarship. I kind of ended up going on an academic scholarship because I was so good in accounting and I was so good in school. I was pretty much an honor roll student, president's list student, dean's list student. I did a lot of homework every night. I did more homework than I did for school than I did for football. Cause I played middle linebacker and I was kind of like the captain of the defense and called all the plays for the defense.
Right.
But in school I was like the ruler of the classroom.
So the dots are connecting up here, Ronnie. This is how you've become such a great bodybuilder and a great businessman. You know, there's this big misconception about bodybuilders. That we look strong but we're weak. And you've blown that one out of the water. And that we're big and dumb and all we can do is lift heavy weights.
Yeah.
But this makes a lot of sense to me because you're possibly the best bodybuilder of all time, arguably the best the king of bodybuilding. And that takes a heck of a lot of intelligence as well as discipline and all of these other great qualities. So it's starting to add up for us now.
Yeah. A lot of people don't really realize what goes into bodybuilding, the science and all the technology that goes into it.
Sure.
And I just try to tell them all the time that just like this, I got a famous saying, and my famous saying is, I just look like this. I'm really intelligent.
So Ronnie, tell us, what got you into bodybuilding? You made a transition from football, I guess, because it's a sporting endeavour, to bodybuilding. What was the driving force to get you into bodybuilding?
What happened was when I was about 12 years old, I used to have people ask me all the time if I worked out. And I used to say no, and I finally got tired of saying no, so I said, I wonder what I'd look like if I really worked out. So about the age of 12, I started working out and got on the powerlifting team and, did a lot of powerlifting contests. And I did all right. I didn't excel the way I wanted to, but I did pretty good, and I kind of got hooked on it back then.
And this was during high school?
Followed me.
The powerlifting during high school?
It kind of followed me, high school, college, after college, all through my life. One day, I went to the gym after I just got on with the police department. The guy said, "You bodybuilder?" I'm like, "No." I said, "Man, you should bodybuild. You probably do pretty good. You probably be world champion one day." I'm like, "Nah, I just got a job at the police department. And I don't really like the diet, and heard those guys have to take steroids and all that kind of stuff. And working police department, I really don't want to get involved with that kind of stuff." He's like, "You wouldn't have to do all that." And I'm like, "Oh, no, that's okay. I just like to eat, hamburgers and stuff like that." Because, I just had a job with Domino's Pizza, and that's all I ate was pizza, hamburgers, and fried chicken. One day he just finally came to me and said, "I tell you what, I'll give you a free membership to the gym if you compete." And, at the time I was real poor, and when he said free, I was like, okay. Back then I'd do just about anything for something free because I struggled a long time coming up, from getting out of college and finding that job at the police department, worked for Domino's Pizza for 2 years,
oh, really?
with a full-time college degree and a background in accounting, graduating with honors and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I do it.
Yep.
And first show I did, I kind of got first in it.
What contest was that, Ronnie?
It was called Mr. Texas.
Okay, Mr. Texas.
Yeah, and then the second show I did, kind of got first. And then when I went to the National, which is the biggest show of the year, and I got third. My first year bodybuilding.
First year. After how long of training? How long had you been doing bodybuilding weight training?
Well, I started in December, getting ready for that Mr. Texas, which was in April. So the National was in November.
So
October,
less
November.
less
than a year. So like 10 months.
You placed third in the Nationals.
Yeah, placed third in the Nationals. And that's the biggest bodybuilding show in the U.S.
Yeah, exactly. So I reckon that guy, and I think that guy was Brian Dobson, right? That said,
Yeah.
I think he had a pretty good eye, mate.
He the one kind of pushed me and showed me the ropes and was pretty much my mentor.
Fantastic. Incredible. Well, how did you turn professional?
Well, the next year I went back to the Nationals, and at the Nationals was a show called the World Championship Mr. Universe. If you could win that show, you could pass the drug test, you could go to the Mr. Universe World Championship.
Yep.
Only thing about that was the guy that placed first, second, and third couldn't pass the drug test.
Yep.
And me placing fourth, went in there. I was the only one showed up. It was 43 guys in my class.
Yep.
I was the only guy that showed up for the drug test.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I passed it and went to the World Championships and won that and turned pro.
Unbelievable.
Same year. So.
And that World Championships, then that was drug tested. That was the drug tested IFBB World Championships.
Yeah, it still is today.
Yeah.
It still is today.
And it's a massive show. There's 400 some competitors, right?
It's a lot more than that because it's like when I did it, it was 64 countries in it. Now they have over 100 countries in there.
Wow.
And I had 400 competitors in my show last month.
Jeez.
And it's just an amateur local show, so the World Championship, we're talking about world, so it's got to have at least over 1,000.
Wow.
At least over 1,000.
And you won the overall out of all of those competitors, so you deserve to turn pro. You win that contest.
Oh yeah,
you deserve to turn pro.
You deserve to turn pro.
Yeah, very, very, very good. So tell us then, you've turned professional. What was the next step on turning professional? Did you take time off to get ready for your first pro contest?
No, I went right into my first pro contest about 5 months later.
Yep.
Chicago Pro Show. I ended up placing 11th in that show.
Yes.
And the show after that was Night of Champions. I ended up placing 14th in that.
Yes.
And the show after that was Mr. Olympia, my first Mr. Olympia in 1992. I didn't place at all.
Yeah.
I kind of got like dead last in that show.
Who
I didn't
won
even
92?
get a call out.
Was that Dorian's
Dorian
first
Yates.
year? That was his first year, wasn't it?
Yep. Kevin LeBron placed second.
Okay.
Yep.
So you were looking at that, guys. Can you remember the way you felt at that competition? Can you remember what you thought and how you felt?
I thought it was the greatest achievement in the whole wide world for me. You know, to be this guy that I had been in bodybuilding maybe 2 years. That was I started bodybuilding in 1990, and this was 1992, and I'm already on the Olympia stage.
Yeah.
Something that I thought I'd never ever do.
Yep.
So it was the greatest feeling in the world to me.
Fantastic.
Even though I didn't place,
Fantastic.
So I was just happy to be there.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic. So Ronnie, listen, we can talk about your career all day because it's extremely interesting.
Yeah,
but
it's long too.
You won how many Olympias?
I finally was able to place first in my Mr. Olympia in 1998.
Yes, okay.
So I went from being at the bottom to being at the top. From 1992 all the way to 1998.
In Australia, we call that from zero to hero. In 6 years, Ronnie. In 6 years, zero to hero. So you won in 98 the first time. How many did you win?
Eight in a row.
Same as Lee Haney.
Same as Lee Haney. We're the only two guys won 8 in a row in the whole wide world.
Yeah, it's incredible because Arnold, the great Arnold Schwarzenegger, won 7.
Only once, and he wasn't in a row. He won 6 and took off 5 years and came back and won another one.
And again in 1980.
Yeah, 1980.
Yeah, that's right. That was in Sydney. That was here in Australia in Sydney.
Sydney, Australia. Yep, 1980. Yep.
Yeah. So tell me, how many pro contests have you won? Because I believe you've won more pro contests than any other pro bodybuilder.
Yeah, I have the record there. I have 26 wins.
26 wins, and who's got second to you?
The guy that's second, Vince Taylor, has 21.
21. Okay, fantastic. So Ronnie, you know, we talk about you as possibly being the best of all time. You've got the best stats. There's no doubt about that. One of the things I remember that really impressed me and showed me that you'd taken pro bodybuilding to a new level was your DVD, The Unbelievable. Because the first one was Dorian Yates really changed bodybuilding from Haney to Yates, the amount of mass that Yates and the condition Yates brought to the stage, but then his training intensity and the weights that he was handling took it to a new level. And then Ronnie Coleman, The Unbelievable came out. And so those weights you were using there, were they typical weights that you would use?
Yeah, they were typical for me for where I worked out in the gym, you know. It wasn't nothing different than what I did all the time. Actually, that was 5 weeks out from the Olympia that I was doing that kind of weight. You know, a lot of guys don't even think about training that heavy.
Of course.
5 weeks from the Olympia. But I trained like that all the way up to like maybe a week out from the Olympia.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's, you know, to risk injury, most guys will be scared about
risking injury. A lot of guys are scared about risking injury. And for me, I really didn't care because I was having so much fun in the gym and lifting heavy made it just that more enjoyable for me.
And those weights didn't seem heavy to you. I kept hearing nothing but a peanut, Ronnie.
Yeah, it was all lightweight to me. Basically, it was still lightweight to me. Even though it probably been kind of heavy for a lot of other people, it was kind of light for me.
Very much so, mate. Very heavy for a lot of other people. So what an incredible career you had, Ronnie. It's to have you gracing your presence for us in Australia is a real blessing. Tell us now your new supplement line. You're out in Australia promoting the Ronnie Coleman Signature Series. Tell us now what has inspired you to go into business, because I think, Ronnie, you're already a pretty successful businessman, and with your background, it's no surprise why. You did very well with your bodybuilding, but with your merchandising, your DVDs, etc., you've obviously done very well from a business aspect. What's the motivation now to do the Ronnie Coleman Signature Series?
Well, I've always wanted to do my own line of supplements, something that I could, you know, give back and help people also. And I thought, like, what better way than, you know, because people always ask me, you know, how did I get the way that I got, and, you know, what supplements did I take? So this is a way that I could show them personally, on a personal level, what supplements I took, how I got, you know, built the way that I got built, and basically just show them by coming out with my own line of supplements.
Okay, fantastic, mate. Tell me very briefly, how many products do you have in your line right now that you're promoting in Australia?
Right now we got 3. We're working on our 4th one, our protein. Right now we got here in Australia that's on the shelves, Resurrect PM.
I've tried that product.
Which is a good sleep enhancer.
10 minutes after you take that product, you better be in bed, because otherwise you won't make it to bed. It's a great product.
It gives you great sleep.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to help with your jet lag here in Australia, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
we also have a pre-workout called Mile Blitz.
Yes.
Gives you great energy, gives you great strength for the gym also.
And tell me, Ronnie, because I bought the Resurrect PM. I'm supporting you here, mate. So I bought that. Inside of the Resurrect PM, you had the MyoBlitz, the pre-workout sample.
Yeah, and every product we got a sample of the other product.
Very smart.
Every product has a sample of another product.
Excellent, excellent.
So, and we got a testosterone booster. And combined with the testosterone booster is a nitric oxide amplifier.
So you'd use that before workout as well, would you?
Yeah, also before workout. Okay. Gives you a great pump.
Okay. Can you use that product before bed as well, or no? You just use the Resurrect?
Just use Resurrect.
Okay. So you've got 2 pre-workout products really. One's the Test Booster and one's the MyoBlitz. Can you use them both at the same time, or do you take them half an hour apart? Or?
Yeah, actually, I mix them together.
You mix them together?
Take them at the same time.
Okay.
Because you got a testosterone booster and a nitric oxide amplifier, it gives you a great pump.
Yep.
And you got the MyoBlitz that gives you great energy. So you want to mix them together. You go in the gym and get a great pump and have tons of energy.
Okay, fantastic, mate. Well, listen, I'm sure they're great products. The sleep product I've tried is fantastic. The MyoBlitz was great as well, so I'll try the Test Booster at some stage. We look forward to your protein coming out here in Australia.
Yeah, it's in the testing stages right now, actually clearance stages right now.
Okay.
Customs, and hopefully they'll be finished with all the paperwork, and we'll have it out in the next week or so.
Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed, mate, because they're great products.
It's great. It's great tasting. It has a 29 grams per scoop of protein, so it's awesome.
Beautiful. We look forward to it, mate.